Hello? The mic's on the right one, but not working. Hold, please. Is it doing anything now? Oh, no. Am I going to have to restart this
What?
shitty
I didn't
software?
do anything!
Oh, hey, Mem.
I didn't do anything! I didn't do it! I didn't do anything! I didn't
It's
do
not showing
anything
any.
wrong!
If I switch that off. I know, I'm going straight through the mic instead of through my NVIDIA broadcast right now. I don't know why it's... I'm going to, actually, let's go to the work table first. So there'll be something on screen. Let me push this airbrush needle somewhere. Oh, that is jerky. Let me fix... Did it seriously completely break everything? What the hell? This is weird. The mic, the NVIDIA broadcast thing for the mic and that one camera isn't even related to the other camera. Okay, I can switch my audio back. Properties? Yeah. Okay, NVIDIA broadcast is back. I don't know why it's not getting the background. Oh, I don't have it turned on. I forgot I turned it off to test it. Okay, background noise is removed now. Now the camera should come back. I might have to close and I think I have to refresh it in OBS. All right, so that one's back. Now, why did the other one die? The camera's still on. Let's try turning the camera off and on. All the jank, yeah. OBS literally crashed. Okay, the camera's back on. Maybe I need it. Maybe I have to add it as a source for some reason. Detecting it as like a whole new thing. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Port 3 just won't do anything. I moved it to port 2 and it came on. So let me add that camera in here. I guess, or port 1. Then I'll probably have to flip it to camera 2. Oh, it's already flipped. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on. And we should be smooth again. Yep, smooth again. Okay. Maybe we can start now. Sadu! What's going on, Vicious? I think we're going to give this a little bit of a more meaningful clean here before we start. That one fit? Yeah, that one will fit. I did. Oh, the schedule today, we are getting more of well, actually, hopefully finishing the legs. We don't have that much left on the legs. So there's some prime parts that still need paint. Unless I decide to coat them again. Actually, we literally have one color to spray, I think. No, we still have two colors because this is the lighter. This is it's the darker. Those need the darker. Those two need the lighter. And then yeah, some of these pieces might need another coat. I might recoat just to try to get the difference a little more. So hopefully we'll finish spraying the legs. And then we'll start on the arms. I hate using these things in here. You just have to hope that none of the bristles actually come off the brush. Then the tip should be fine, but we'll where's my, oh, it's in here. Gotta get my shiv out. Put a little some kind of fluid in there. This is just water, but at least some kind of lubrication between the metal on metal. It seems pretty good. And yeah, I saw the MGSD. I am not an SD fan at all, but that's one of the good looking ones. Why did my trigger come out? What the hell just happened there? That's got a little crud in there. There it goes. It somehow got off, a little off kilter there. Yeah, the Barbatos is pretty good. Damn it, the green artifacting is back. Get on the little ball thing. There you go. Now we're cross-threading. There it goes. That's not the needle. That's a paint mixer. Yeah, the weird part with the camera is it doesn't do it with that other input I have, that single USB input. Okay, now let's run cleaner through. Uh-oh. Yeah, something. Something with this trigger's not. Did I did I break something inside there? Something with the trigger's not right. I don't see anything that would really affect it. We could try. Can that get in? Yeah, that could get in there. Could try giving it a little clean. Might have to pull out the. Okay, it's bouncing back just fine right now. It's like the end of this is getting caught because the triggers returns, but that doesn't. If I manually push it forward, it's fine. But if I let it go, it doesn't. God damn. Oh, Jenko stream. Yeah. There's like nothing to. I mean, it's just this. And then the trigger sits on this ball. And that moves just fine. We clean the little hole here, I guess. Let me grab a little bit of super lube. If I remember where it's at, it might be with my 3D printer. Um, yeah, in here, maybe. There it is. Okay. Super lube acquired. It's like literally the tiniest amount. Made the O-ring pop up. Okay. I think we pretty well know the problem isn't the valve that's in here. I didn't feel any problems when I was pressing it anyways. And that works perfectly fine. Zero resistance. The needle through there. Ah! We seem to have fixed it. Although you're not supposed to do that in the first place. But it should be able to do that on its own, because you're supposed to go air on, paint off, air off. Now let's try it with air. Just needed a tiny bit of lube, I guess. Alright, well now that we're like 30 minutes in and haven't done anything, here you can look at this guy I painted. Can't really, it's hard to show him to the camera. Finished him this weekend. I think I could definitely do more with pushing highlights. Doesn't really have that many highlights. Yeah, I like how it looks. I'm still scared of highlights because I'm scared I'm going to go too much and then it's going to look weird, but it's just kind of all muted and drab. It definitely needs more highlights. I do like my snow that I did, though. I laid down a base of just real light, or not real light, but a pretty light blue, and then I dry brushed like a few different stages of white over the top, getting whiter and whiter. I do like that. And all the little, I made leather straps and it has these little rivets in them. So I made them leather and then painted all the little rivets, which actually didn't take very long at all. But and he was hot glued onto this, and I just did it to get him on. I didn't know exactly how I was actually going to get him off, uh, and I broke him twice getting him off because this arm wasn't on to begin with. You can paint it separately and then glue it on. I snapped that off, and then he was separate from the base as well. I snapped that off, and then it was getting looser, but I wasn't quite there, and then he snapped off the base, so I had to re-glue everything, but it came out all right. Okay, we're spraying. Everything should be good to go now. Now we got that little setback there. I really thought, I'm going to double check the setting on my camera. I really thought changing that setting would fix it. Oh, cancel. No. No. What? Oh, God. I've done it now. How do I... Is that... Oh, the button's up there. Okay. So, settings. Settings? There's the settings. Just want to make sure this one thing stayed. Should be. No. Where's it at? Nope, it's not there. It's not there. Audio recording off. That's not. Maybe I can't see it because the feed's live. Should be a thing about sending or saving. What the hell? Oh, there it is. 4K output. HDMI only and not, yeah. So yeah, it's still set. But it's still doing it. That's so weird that didn't start until I reloaded my computer, but it only affects this camera. Makes no sense at all. Put my shiv away before I stab myself. Is it on all the way? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's get painting. Time to glove up. Yeah, and it's a weird thing. No matter what cable I use, no matter what port I plug it into, that camera and that camera only does it. But, and that's in the capture card that's in my computer. But I have a USB dongle capture card, and that one doesn't do it. And it's also the same brand. It's weird that camera only does it to the other capture card. And I know it's the same driver version as what my old computer had because they were both Windows 11, and I know the driver is the same version too because I had some issues with none of the cameras showing up at all, and I had reloaded the driver for it recently before I reloaded my whole PC, and I still had the driver download, so I knew they were still the exact same version. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, so we need to do. Which color should we do first? Let's do the dark color. We need to mask these. I guess I didn't have to put my gloves on yet because now I gotta work with tape with gloves, which sucks. Need to mask these real quick. Oh, how's the music, by the way? I didn't even check to see what the level was. It's probably a little louder than normal, but it's probably all right. No, it's close. It's pretty close. Okay, we're masking the painted part. I should have took that off to begin with. Oh wait, I should have done. Yeah, this might still be long enough. There, maybe if I get it in there. Go back further. Let's just make a new piece. We're just gonna be fighting with the length there. Guess I could try to catch this edge like perfectly here. There we go. And then I should have just done that for the whole piece. Pretty sure that's how I did it last time. We gotta cut through the groove there. There we go. Do the other side. Huh. Yeah. And I think you should be able to do it too, because I did mods and VIPs. So if you do, I think it was just exclamation paint, or no, paint list. Exclamation paint list. There's only one paint in there, and that's the this color we mixed. Actually, it's not this one, but yeah. So 1 gram of white, 2 drops of orange, which actually is not orange. It's sunset orange, but I may change that later. I think actually that one I think anyone can do. I think. I can't remember. That one might be anyone, but to add to it is add paint, and that VIPs and mods can do. Okay, that one's ready to go. Thankfully, these two will be super fast because it's just like a single line. This one takes a little more effort with that edge that's built in there. Yeah, which that one is, that white is just plain white, but um, it is a gallery paint. So I don't know. I was thinking about adding the number. They all have a K and then a number. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know. Getting it to format in a single line that's like readable and everything. I mean, I don't have a problem with just putting the number on, but then if it's like 120, like I don't know what the hell that is. Of course, I mean, I'll see it when I look at the paint, I guess. So maybe it doesn't really matter that I don't know what it is just off the top of my head. Oh, I caught the piece just a little bit there. Yeah, could just do like the W and O for like a general color, like white, orange, green, whatever, as a letter for a general idea of the color, and then put the actual label behind it. But then like also if I don't use gallery paint, um, I don't know what the hell, because then all those numbers will be different, and then I'm gonna want to have to, like reference the brand. So it gets out of hand pretty quick for what we want to use it for. I really shouldn't have done any masking or any like two-tone colors on this, because the entire point of this kit, I mean, I guess I want it to look good in the end, but the entire point of this kit was to mess around with weathering. So I probably should really do the other aspect. I wanted to do the pre-shading. That was something I just wanted to do because it can help with the weathered look. But yeah, I should have just done more. I should have not worried about the second off-white and just done a single color. But we don't have to mask much. There's only a few parts that I want to mask, which it's literally on the legs. It's literally 4 parts. It's these two, and then the one other part on the leg, which is just a super easy thing to mask. So it's not really that big a deal, I guess. I know you're watching Pitch Perfect 2. I saw you start it. And by Pitch Perfect 2, you mean PP2? You know how to make pancakes. Also, eat your Eggo waffles that you haven't been eating. I ate chicken and waffles tonight because somebody isn't eating their Eggo waffles that they. I don't know. She was really into them for a while and then just kind of. Wait, what am I doing? That's not. That's the not painted part yet, dummy. She? Just she, not her? So she and they. Yeah, my chicken and waffles was almost as white trash as it gets because it's chocolate chip Eggo waffles and some chicken strips in the air fryer. I think the only way it could have been worse is if it was like chicken nuggets in the microwave. I don't know. Nuggies and Eggo waffles. Yeah. Oh, are you gonna make me eat poor people dinner? I already ate dinner though. Hawaiian bread, chicken nuggets. in a, in a bottle of Parm. Do you, do you like the old from Arrested Development where it's like Parmesan cheese and mustard mixed together, and they just eat that? Guess I could do this on camera, huh? I'm so good at this. What are you even talking about? Talking about the most random crap. Yeah, get the old ramen cup. Okay, these are ready. Can't get into where I was clipping it. There we go. Well, nobody else is watching the movie, so we don't have any reference to what you're talking about. Okay, this is. Nobody saw that. Okay, I'll get my mask on. Only answer is yes. Cold chocolate? What is cold chocolate? I don't know what this cold chocolate is. I have a new air mask coming, too, by the way. Let's see if it's how different it is. Oh, because afterwards, but you gotta drizzle. You gotta melt it to drizzle it on first. Wait, I don't want that. I want this. I want to put this away. Okay. Oh, we gotta mix our paint. We could use the paint command, but I already know what it is. Here, we'll do it up here. Images to the stream from your camera roll? No, I cannot. Because then just anybody out there could take a non-kosher picture and then just post it in the chat, and that would be bad. All right, 1 gram of white. I know I missed it by 0.2 of a gram. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not perfect. Actually, not 0.2, 200ths of a gram. Sorry, it's 200ths of a gram off. We can't all be perfect. Will you? I like how much it changes too. It's probably partly because the airflow of the booth coming through. Psych! Oh, that's not very nice. Alright, then we just need 2 drops of this. Hopefully actual drops and not bubbles. Oh, I need a new, I forgot to get a new cloth out. Maybe I should just like, yeah, drop one in the trash can, and that way I know it's not a bubble that's going to come out. 1, 2. Oh, put this away before I stab myself. Oh, I'm still like way zoomed in. I didn't really realize how far I was zoomed in there. Put the tape away. What do I do with my mixer? Ah, there it is. It's hiding. Oh, let's put a cap on this before I do something horrible. Like last time that I squirted it everywhere. Yeah, I'm messy enough. All right, there's our color. I like my drug scale, paint scale. It's very handy for weighing paint and nothing else. One more. Bloop. Yes, paint. I accidentally kissed it with the, oh, you probably can't see that in the camera. I kissed it with the X-Acto knife there when I was cutting the tape off. But it's getting weathered anyway, right? Okay, that's about the same as the other pieces. I still don't know if I should just do another layer. No, let's just do one more layer on this just to test. I think that's better. Especially like those. Yeah. Intentional if you didn't start with the accident. So I think I went a little too intense on the shading on the other parts. I think they need another layer. I'm realizing I didn't really mix much of this paint either. Did I even paint the edges of that one? Not really. Kinda. Doing these ones a little heavier. Might mix more paint and then do another coat on the other ones while we have them here. So now would be the time to do it at least before I move on. All right, so that's two. We'll do another one. Okay. And before this runs out, where's my, there it is. Before that runs out, let's mix another. Should I do something stupid? Oh, yeah? It's all right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's, personally, I think it's funny. A lot of people that watched it for the first time realized that Gundams can be viewed as the bad guy and like demonized because they're always just like, "Oh, Gundam, good." They're like, "I never realized a Gundam could be a bad guy." Oh, you got Endless Waltz? That's true. When it does, whoa, magnet stuck to my stir stick. Yeah, when they're when you don't have the bright friendly colors. Yeah. Also, when the other side uh has basically the same color scheme as the Nazis. And their flags and stuff seem similar. I'm surprised we haven't had any just yeah. Surprised we haven't had any tip dry yet. almost caused problems there trying to fix it, or trying to fix what wasn't a problem. Might actually still be doing a little bit of something. Kind of sound like a machine gun there for a second. All right, so we follow our rule. We'll do one more. There's a little bit of dry time on the front face there. Do one more. All right. So let's go. Those are the lighter color. Let's go through these. Like this foot definitely needs another coat. Do another coat to this one. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be better. I think it's definitely, I've said that before. I think definitely. Just maybe definitely. Keep watching original Gundam. Oh, you're only yeah. Uh, I find it a little hard to watch just because of the age of it, but it goes hard. Like a lady that uh lady that literally stands on the front of a like the nose of a crashed ship and commits suicide with a pistol or dies to suicide, however you're supposed to say that. Uh and like shoots herself and falls off the front. It's crazy for like the age it came out in, and also kind of supposed to be marketed somewhat towards children. It's wild. All right, I do need to do another coat on this. So let's mask that real quick. Do a coat. We'll let it dry, and we'll recoat it. We'll start working on the arms, and we'll recoat the lighter color later. I think is what we will do. Or I could. No, this is the easier side to. Yeah, this is. Okay. That's what we'll do. I kind of hate to wait, but I better do it right. Then, like, yeah, and it's just like the the era it came out in, and it was really supposed to be a kids show. Pretty crazy. Left a surprise in the freezer. Oh, gross. Is that like an upper decker? Yeah. And also the best scene ever, little bitch ass Armoro getting slapped. Of course, I mean he's like all Gundam, it's he's uh he's a child that's committing war crimes. So, he is a child, he's allowed to be a little whiny, I guess, but at that part of the show, he's so freaking whiny. Then when Bright slaps him, it's like, thank you. I've been wanting to do that for so long. All right. And that is it for that off white. Gets kept down a bit. Yeah. That's like the first season of Seven Deadly Sins. Well, is it Elizabeth? She's so freaking whiny and crying the entire time until like I don't know, like halfway through the season. It's either halfway through the season or more towards the end of the season where she finally starts to get her shit together. Which I understand character progression and all that kind of stuff, but it was a little over the top, I feel like, at the beginning. Crying at every little tiny thing that happens. 90% of. Yeah, and speaking of not necessarily whining, but just crying in general, um, One Piece. One Piece is. I, I feel like One Piece is 50% running, 90% crying, and about 5% story. I mean, I'm on episode 1,000 something, so it's not like I haven't watched some of it, but that was something I noticed super early on watching it was like at one point I was like, this show is 90% running. They're always just constantly running trying to get where they're going to go. Oh my god, thread in. There it goes. And then later on they get either I just didn't notice it as much at the beginning or later on it gets worse and they get way more crying because apparently if you have any kind of emotion, the only way to show that in a show is crying. Yeah, it's supposed to be pirates. But they're friendly pirates. Yeah, literally, yeah. Because it's not always that they're sad or like looking wimpy or anything like that. It's like half the time it's because they're happy and they're still crying. It just never ends. These people. Okay, that's cleaned out. Probably didn't really need to clean it out that thoroughly, but I'm gonna set that aside. Actually, I'm gonna hang that up before I drop it or something. Okay, so we're gonna let these dry some more. Actually, I could take that masking off. Of a few of those pieces. I don't know if I want to quite touch those ones yet. But we can get these ones here. Oh, stretch. That's good. Do I have my water? Nobody's giving me a hydrate. Didn't like face mechs. Face mechs are the best mechs. Maybe. I don't know. I just say that because I like Gundam. Alright, so these will basically be the finished product. Oh, you can tell the difference. Is it a difference we like, though? That's the question. Let me get this tape off of here. Tape! Stop it. Whoop. Is that a difference we like? I don't know if it is. I guess we'll see when it's together. I do need to do, if I do the same thing, these really need another layer, the lighter white. Ew, what is that? Literal face mech. I assumed you just meant mechs that also happen to have heads and faces, not just cockpits. Yeah, like a legit face. That one almost looks a little heavier on that side, and that looks a little better, I think. Also because this is lighter. This one had more pre-shading underneath it. Those are completely different. Wow. Wow. See how these look. eh, eh, eh. I may just leave it. Especially these are going to be, this is like the bottom of the legs. They're going to have some like extra weathering on them. I may just leave all the leg parts. Oh wait, that's the one we didn't. Well, I guess I can take the masking off. It's just not painted on that side yet. This is, we got to let that paint dry more before we do the other. Not really sure how long I should wait. I would like to do it this stream sometime, but I don't want to, because it'll be dry to the touch now. Could go run my heat gun over them just to make sure they're dried up, I guess, but we could put a foot together. Well, no, we should wait so we can do clear coat and panel line before we put anything together. That's what we should do. Okay. But we'll call those done. It's just those two need to be have the white sprayed. Otherwise, we'll call these done and we'll get to work on the arms. Still not exactly sure if I like the color combo. I almost feel like I should have done a whole bunch of this paint with like a single drop of orange in that, just to make it uh, a little more united in the hue. I guess it would be the hue, because I want them to be different colors, but I don't want them out of place. We'll see how it looks when it's back together, though. One of your favorite Mecha shows nowadays? Really? Let's do. I don't really want to put my booth away. Let's get this sticky tack out of his hands here. Almost threw that away. Don't throw away sticky tack. The whole point is you reuse it. What's his name gonna be now? That he's just a torso. Nubs? Stumpy? There's literally a NoFX song called Nubs, and it's about this girl. What is happening? Why did that change? But anyways, it's about this girl that goes to NoFX shows that literally has no legs and no arms, and they call her Nubs, and they made a song about her. What is Why is this? Okay, let's try. Wait a second. What? What is why? That's not. It says that the playlist was still playing, but that is not in my playlist. This is not my playlist either. What the? What is happening? Reload. It's supposed to just shuffle my playlist. Okay, this is in the playlist. That was weird. Let's see. No, I don't. Not that playlist. Should I just spray this as one piece? I feel like I should. Because if I want to mask it, I mean, it'd be easier just to not have to mask it, I suppose. Or actually, I could just take this out if I want this to be a separate color. Because that's going to be masked anyways, as that's a part if I want this to be separate. I think I might make that one color, like this the off-white, and then make this the other white, just to stand out on there a little bit. So I think we'll do that. I don't need gloves right now. It's such a weird smell when you take nitrile gloves off. You don't smell it putting it on. When you take them off, you get that chemically. I don't know if it's just the smell of nitrile. I don't know. It's like something with the chemical mixes with the sweat on your hands, and it's a weird smell. We need to clip this stuff up. I need somewhere to put these other parts, though. We don't have to worry about any of the orange on the arms. There, I'm going to plan those to be light white. That's going to be the lighter white. Here's one of the screws. One of the like 4 screws in this kit. Just kind of weird for Gundams. Oh, I would like that to be white, but then the elbow's going to match it. I don't know if I want the elbow to match it. I would like it to be separated, but I don't want all this to be white. Maybe I won't. I'll just make the whole thing the other color. You're not mad that doggies don't have screws? They really weren't bad at all. Should I make the tops of the hands the lighter white? The top of the feet aren't. And this right here, like this, that fits together like absolute garbage. It's a huge seam there. Yeah, the lighter one's more of a highlight. The one I mix is supposed to kind of be this color. It's not exactly the same, of course, but it's supposed to represent this color. And then I want the lighter one to just kind of mix in on panels to give some separation. And I'd like to do smaller parts in it if I can. So that's why I say the elbow, those hooks. With how this goes over, I could do the shoulder in here, the lighter color. Lighter as the little square on the back of the hand. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Just the little indent. Could do that. That'd be an idea. I think I like that. I didn't even think about the panel difference there. Just keep this one together. Well, whatever. The hand doesn't really matter that much. Keep it somewhat together so I can decide here. So I'd like elbow for sure. Do that little notch in there. This is basically the bicep, not the bicep. Maybe that because it's inside the shoulder. Or maybe that's too much. Might be going too much flip-flopping. It'll be okay. Whatever. I've never really alternated slight colors like that before, so that's also, I guess, besides the weathering, that's another thing we're testing, I suppose. I forget how this comes off. Did it literally just slide on? Or does it come off the other way? It has to slide on for one end. May have to get the instructions back out. Stripe on the shoulder? I don't know if I want to do a stripe. I'd like it more panel separated. Just so like this panel happens to be, I guess not really happens to be because it's kind of a planned thing, but the shoulder. Oh, like this? Oh, so like white in the center bit. Okay, there's the hand, there's another hand. These will all get the gunmetal treatment. Did we do gunmetal? I think we did gunmetal. I usually do gunmetal. Yeah, I don't remember how that comes off. I still have the constructions right here though, so. Okay, it slides on. So it should go off the front. Is the hand oh, the hand caps it. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was like capped somehow. So if you go that, the lighter bit might not need the under part. Oh yeah, that's true. That would line up with the handle too, because the handle goes. I don't know. I'm calling that a handle, but the handle goes in there. So that would make the handle white and this entire strip white. That is on there. There we go. Actually pops out real easy. We don't have very many parts. This is going to be quick to paint. I mean, I got to get it all sanded real quick and primed, but this isn't going to take much doing at all. Sure wish my sinuses would stop snotting. At least I basically have no cough anymore. So at least I got that going for me. Okay, those done. You don't see basically any of this. I don't need to clean up any of that. So that we can just leave. The only part you do see is this, the inside of the elbow. But that, and that looks good enough to me. Just angle it a little bit. Could take the elbow apart, but this will be fine. It'll be fine. Just angle them a little bit so we can get some spray in there. The hands, I'm sure where's the rest of my hands at? That side looks pretty good. Sprangle. Gotta have that sprangle. Can always spray the other hands later too, but I should probably do it while I have them, right? I don't know where they're at though. Oh wait, are they in this? Are they this? Oh, I have these hands in here. They're just a little bit bigger. Just a tiny bit. Those are Tristan. Hey, oh! Are these all Tristan hands? Those are all Tristan hands. Where's the hands for this guy? He has other hands, doesn't he? Oh, did I put him in? I might put him in the thing over here. Yep, I did. We got a fist, a trigger, 2 open hands. Is that it? Oh, there's another fist. Oh. Oh. Beep, beep, doop, doop, doo. Probably really shouldn't. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't care that much about seam lines on the hand. Should technically get rid of them, but I don't know if I care that much on this guy. Also, this plastic does not sand very well. This might be nice to get. Seems like the seams. Took me a while for my brain to register what that sentence actually said. I wonder, just thinking about my ADHD brain hopping from topic to topic, I randomly saw another artifact on the screen. I wonder if I took the card out of my computer and put it in my kid's computer and tested it to see if it does it in their computer as well. It's like almost just makes more of an edge. I wonder if the glass file would be better at this kind of plastic. It's a little bit soft, and instead of sanding it, it kind of mushes slightly, leaves a little ridge. These actually have dips in the plastic. I got some paint on the way too to help weather this guy. I'm going to test out. There's so a lot of people do oil for weathering. They kind of like an oil wash kind of thing, where they thin oil paint down, and use that. But that takes forever to dry, which I don't. It's not that big a deal. But I can use. I found a product by Monument Hobbies called Noosh, and it basically turns almost for the most part any acrylic water-based paint into a weathering paint. It gives it a longer dry time so you can work with it. So you basically like slather it on all over the place and then use a wet brush or cloth or makeup sponge or whatever. Use like a wet uh, sponge or brush, and then you wipe it away. Then so you end up wiping most of it away, but what's left is like weathering streaks and stuff like that. So we'll give it a shot. Am I gonna want to do all these hand tops with the? Am I gonna mask 6 hand tops, 7 hand tops? Maybe. I don't know if I am. I think a lot of times I only paint the hands that I plan to use on the. You're gonna say no. Yeah, I don't really want to. I might, but I don't really want to. Especially if I'm gonna like painting them's one thing, that's whatever. But if I'm gonna mask each of them for just this one little detail, normal brush. But then I gotta brush paint. I don't want to do that. Just because I know it won't look quite right. It's a little tiny thing, a little tiny area. I know it's a perfectly viable option to do, but I also know it just won't look quite right. Also, I need to. We're working on our scribing. I need to scribe out the edges of that line in there. I noticed there is actually a dip into it. So it'll be easy to scribe. We'll just hit it a couple times. That's the one already sanded. That one doesn't really need any sanding. Does that mean there's a nub mark somewhere else that I'm missing? Possibly. We may never know. I feel like that's foreshadowing. Oh, no, I know. I know now. I found it. Right there and right here. Is enough of the booth cut out? Do I need to turn up the room noise canceling? Forgot to ask about that earlier. I see it picking up a little bit, but it's pretty low. Sounds fine? Okay. I figured it was because I mean, it's showing at like negative 55, or 55? Yeah, negative 55 to maybe negative 50 on the pickups. So I figured it was low enough. It probably didn't really hear it or it just didn't bother anyone. Okay, that one's done. We got two more. Although I don't know why there's an odd number of hands. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm probably missing one. I guess I could check the constructions. That one's got a deep line on it. Last one, maybe. Come off of there. There we go. Oh, I got a lot done this weekend. I hung a door. Well, I was gonna say completely from scratch. The door jamb was already there. It's from a closet I was redoing, and I put a new door on it. But I got the door as just like a plain door. I had to cut my own slots for hinges and all that, and in the door jamb too. Anyways, did that. Did some work on the Miata. Oil change, tire rotation, and cabin filter change on my daily driver car. But my my closet door, um, yeah, I got like stuff cut out and ready to go, and I was getting it worked into the spot I wanted it to mount it in, and then realized that there's like an air duct because it's down in the here in the basement. There's an air duct along the ceiling that runs at an angle down there or whatever. But anyways, the door doesn't open all the way because it hits that. So I thought I had this whole closet redo thing. Yeah, it opens enough that you can get in and out, so I think I'm just going to leave it for now. Because there was a bifold door there, which worked perfectly fine, but I hate bifold doors. So I just wanted to put an actual door on it. And I think I ended up finding out why there was a bifold door on it. I did look at your message. I seen it. Yeah, but I already put this new door on, so. This hand is made of polycap. It does not sand. I'm not sanding these. I'm probably not. I don't. We'll still paint them. Those don't need to be sanded. Oh, I missed a hand top. Then on the Miata, I got wheel hubs. My new beefy wheel hubs. Got the front two done. The rear two have to be pressed out, and the new bearings and stuff pressed in. I don't have a press, so gonna take that to the shop where I dyno the car. But he can't do them right away because he happens to have jury duty this week, which I'm not in a hurry anyway, so it's not a big deal. But okay, there's all the tops of the hands. 2, 4, 6, 7. Tops of hands, tops of hands. 2, 4, 6, 7. There is an odd number. I think. I don't see any more. Oh, maybe it's an odd number because there's like one hand that's dedicated. I think there's one hand that's dedicated to the rocket launcher. That's probably what it is. I need my foam one for this piece. I have no idea what grit this is, but it feels like it's nothing. It really feels like it's doing nothing. I think this is what I'm looking for. I think it's a blue one. Stage fright? These will mostly be covered up, but man, there's a hell of a seam line on them. It's almost gone. I don't think I've heard of stage fright. Oh, musical slasher. So it must be older, I'm guessing. I watched Monty Python Life of Brian last night. So I just happened to see it on the list, and it's been a long, long time since I've seen it. 2014. If any part needs to be sanded properly, it's this bit. This is about the only bit you really see. Who hates musical theater? I feel like this needs to be even rougher sandpaper. Get a little more material removed here. I feel just a little hitch in there still. I think that's good. Next, I'm going to use a flat one just to get some of it knocked down a little quicker, I think. It's a flat, hard-edged one. Yeah, that was much quicker. Now we can finish it up. Vocals. I don't know who either of those people are. I vaguely know who that is. I never really watched Buffy. I'd like kind of seen it here and there. I never just actually watched it. Okay, those are good. These I don't think need anything. I mean, technically you need some on the bottom, but that's going to be under the shoulder. Just give it a quick little touch here. Ooh. I definitely don't know who that is. I need to do the sides. Pretty nasty lines on the sides. Better. So hard on your fingers. Holding some of these small pieces for sanding. Okay. Much better. That's done. Do these need anything? Ah, there's where the nub is. At least where one is. Is the other one on the other side? I don't see it. Oh, it's inside here. There was one. No, that's just a contour on the inside. I guess that's all that needs. Okay. I don't see any nubs. That's where that one is. This one we need to practice our scribing on a little bit. Okay, nub taken care of. There's two on this side. I don't know that you can actually, I don't know that they're actually really there. Okay, got that. Is that a seam line? We think so. Definitely is. Okay, those are ready for some scribing. I think I'm going to be scribing anything on these. I guess, well, I don't know. Can I do this? Because this part comes apart. I don't know that I can really scribe in there. If I glue them together, I can. Maybe I should just sand them flat so they're all one piece. Well, maybe I shouldn't have. Because now I gotta sand this inside part too. To make it match. There's quite the ledge there. And then I gotta do the other side. Okay, that'll work there. Oh, it's so close. I hate having any sand on stream. So boring. Okay, that'll work. Let's see. Okay. What time is it? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I feel like this one needs less sanding. There's going to be a weird... When I paint this, there's going to be a weird seam here. I kind of like to glue that together, but then I want to do this handle a separate color. How hard would that be to mask if I do this all as one piece? Oops, this goes this way. It'd be nice if I could fill those gaps. They kind of fit together like garbage. I don't think I'd have any way of masking the inside. There's also bad panel lines on the inside I can't really get to. I can get to that though. Maybe I can. Does this get in there? Oh, it will. Probably take 5 days to sand this down though. That's a lot lighter sandpaper in there. Actually, it's not doing too bad. A bit wider one for this. Still doesn't answer my question of how hard it's going to be to mask it. Should I put a more aggressive sandpaper on there? So where's my brush. I think I'm going to have to paint. I think I'll have to paint the whole thing the solid color. And then I can lay tape around and put one through the middle and then do just the handle. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to, because you don't need this apart to put it in there, I think I'm going to glue this together. That way the seam lines on top will be better. And I can try to fill that. I don't know if that's really going to fill. It's a pretty good crack. That's what we're going to do. Might work for that. Get a little more detailed on the arms than I thought. Did I just time travel? I feel like I looked at the clock and it was 8:02 like 30 minutes ago. You ever just time travel? Oops. Every time you sleep? Never a good question to ask. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be tight enough to really glue, but maybe if I don't know if I have a way to clamp that. Jesus Christ. This is just asking for something bad to happen. It's staying? Just don't touch it. This one's actually working though. Okay. These are the only ones that I haven't sanded yet. Let's Put that away before I stab myself. Shouldn't need this anymore. Look at me putting things away. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Oh wait, I never sanded the elbows. Do they need any sanding? A touch? Yep, just a touch. Just a little touch on the inner edge. So I'm using the wrong stick. Should be using the hard one for that. That's better. That's done. That's done. Okay, so we're gonna practice. We're gonna scribe this. Where's the? Oh yeah, the other one's the one that got knocked off. Okay, what scribe size are we using? Are we using this one? This guy? I think so. This is the 0.2? Yeah, this is the 0.2. Really know how deep I need to go. Make sure the panel line sits in there nice. Panel liner, I should say. Oops. What? I don't think I really drug it out, but it kind of popped out of that one a little bit. Okay, now if you go to the corner, and can I like go and turn? No, not really. Maybe with a smaller one? Need to clear that out somehow. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Gonna skip down. You're gonna skip down the next sunset on a go. What are you? What does that even mean? And yeah, I saw Green Day didn't do anything at the Super Bowl. I was super disappointed. No, I thought they were gonna like legit speak out, not just play their music. Just really all they did. I mean, they played anti-establishment music. I didn't see that anywhere. Oh yeah, I was gonna do the hands too. Focusing too much. Oh, there's a mark there I didn't notice before. So far, this scribing's going way better than that other piece we did. Maybe I shouldn't say that before I'm done. Especially with the most tricky part there. There we go. I guess we'll do the trick of running this stuff in the seam there to help soften the outer edges. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo, 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 boo. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. Okay, now can I do these hands? I bought some actual scribing tape, but these parts so far don't really need it. Ow! Ow! Shit's sharp. It's kind of weird because it's just sharp in a pokey way, not a cutty way. Okay. Oh. Gonna end with some boring stuff here. Maybe we can end with spraying that white. Then we can say the legs are painted. Three more. Almost there. Ow. Two more. All right, last one. I think that'll do. Some stuff on those. Don't turn it over. Okay. And take these out of the clamps. Give them the clamps. I assume it's dry. I don't really know. Those have been sitting a little while. How much time we got? We got 30 minutes. Maybe I'll save that for a little later because these are going to have to be touched up with sanding after the glue. So basically the only parts, well, I'm going to have to mask the handle bits. Basically these are going to be the only light colored parts that are full light color. That's easy enough. Clip these guys up. The hands are just going to be what the hands are. I can't be bothered. Ugh, that one's really bad too. At least get rid of that nub. I can be slightly bothered. Slightly, yep. A little bothered. Like an off-white, yeah. These ones, gonna have to sticky tack. Actually, I don't really have to sticky tack because this edge doesn't show. I could clip them on this edge if it'll hold. It will hold. I'll just do that. That's way easier. I'll spray over all my pretty teal parts. Teal clips. Always like the traces of the previous kit. left on the clips. Okay, all the metal parts are clipped up. Spray white on those. And since we're going to do those, we might as well do another layer on these like I said I should. So all the, oh, wait a second. All my shavings and stuff are on this. There we go. Put this stuff back real quick. Doot, doot, doot. Ugh. Stretch the hands after all that. Crunched up, doing tiny bits. I'm not going to clip these up yet. Not going to do it. We're just going to do the white bits on these and prime those. And then I think we'll call it a night. Oh, thank you. Oh, I need my tape back. These should be okay to mask on now. Good enough anyway. If not, I'll just cry about it when the paint rips off. No biggie. Just cry myself to sleep. Actually, these ones wouldn't be too hard to redo, since it's literally just that for a mask. Okay, there's one. Oh, what's his hand doing here? You're supposed to be clipped up. Together. One more. Yeah. Okay. One more time. Yep. One more time. Okay, you guys are going to sit over here. Because if we have time to primer those, they'll be black, and I want that to go next. Okay, now we need our insignia white. Ooh, I missed a sanding stick. Don't need that anymore. A little cleaner through. Now run a little water through. Okay. Oh, we need this. We need just a few drops of this. 2, 3, 44. Don't want too much. Realizing I didn't re-glove up, but that's okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's better now. A little speckly there at first. I think I should have put a little bit more through before I started spraying. All right, there's 2 coats. I forgot to do the back of the other one. Yeah, at least make sure you get those back edges. There we go. Okay, these I'm just gonna put quick, easy single layer on. Just so they get as much coverage as the other pieces. as close to it as we can do anyway. Okay. That should be good. It's like technically these, but I really don't feel like masking them again, so we'll call that good for that. I don't know if I'm really going to have enough time to primer those. Oh, yeah. There's not very many of them. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Don't need this anymore. Don't need that anymore. Let's get the primer out. Oh, this needs to be a different primer too. This needs to be the gloss because we're doing metallic over it. Here it is. It actually works out because the white pieces will have matte on it instead of gloss. Not that it really matters for the color. It's just I won't use up all my gloss. I don't know how I've kept that bottle cap clean. All right. Probably really should have clipped them inside the hand and not the ball joint. But I'm past the point of caring. When the hand's in, you won't see it anyways. This has the other screw in it. These shoulder joints. Hey Sage, what's going on? We're kind of just wrapping up. I'm just getting some arm interior parts primed, ready for next week. When I'm done building more, no. When I'm at least when I'm done spraying this, I'm gonna go watch Lego Masters with my daughter. Need a little more. What's new? Not too much. I've been painting more other stuff. I just finished this guy this weekend. I need to do more. I need to be braver with highlights. He doesn't have enough highlights on him. He's kind of like he looks good, but he's kind of muted. I don't know. He needs more highlights. Didn't pop enough. You hammer? I don't know what it is. It's just some kind of figure. It's not literal Warhammer. It's something else. It's also a 75 mil size and not a mini. I guess maybe it's still a mini, but it's not a tiny one. I just like to paint. I don't play any of it. Should try it sometime. I almost bought some Gundam cards. Hand painting success. I actually used to do. I used to hand paint figures when I was like in middle school, maybe even earlier actually, because my mom got these. I think they were made out of some kind of clay. They were molded. Um. Anyways, she got them from some vendor, and she would paint them and sell them at craft fairs. So I would paint some as well, just for fun. She'd give me like an extra one or whatever to paint. And I did a little more of it when I was like at least in middle school for sure. And besides doing these little figures, I haven't done them in years, but it's always been a part of something I like doing and a fun memory painting them with my mom. So yeah, I think that's what puts me in a unique position where I just like to paint them and I don't give a shit about the game. I don't know if there's too many other people like that. You up to anything? You have any recent builds going on? Yeah, that's true. I feel that's a little different just because they're like a model kit and not used for a game. But yeah, and I don't know. I was thinking about buying some Gundam cards just to do openings on stream. That was probably too much paint on that. Whatever. I'm almost out, but I have one part left. Oh, you finished the Castray? I remember you were building that. Oh, and you did a kit bash with Joe? Cool. Joe's uh one of the other builders I haven't really talked to at all. I see him around all the time. I haven't actually really talked to him much. But it also seems like every time I'm watching somebody and they like rate if he's on they rate his channel, he's playing a game instead of actually building. And then I'm just not really interested. I only have like one or two very specific people I'll watch game. All right, those are primed. Bust out the fancy airbrush next time. Get the pre-shading going. Here's some of our part. Let me lay this down. Some of what we got going on here. I'm not sure if I like the exact. I'm trying to do a little bit of a two-tone with the white, but at first when I had them side by side, I had a couple thinner parts together, and I thought they were too similar. But then I got this like big part, and I feel like they're too different now. So I don't know. We're just gonna run with it. We're gonna weather it up. So I don't know. It'll probably mostly get pushed out. The color pushed out some, I guess. I don't know. See what happens. I'm liking how my orange came out though. Especially with the shading. I'll just take the masking tape off these two pieces so I don't leave it on there. See how these look. Yeah, it might be too different. I don't know. We'll find out. I think against this other the other off-white, I think this off-white looks too much white. Not dinner, cake. You think? You're not sure? We'll see how they look when they all come together, I guess. Do I have the, yeah, this bit right here. It goes in there. Slide that in there just to see how it looks together. Maybe? Why does it not want to go in? Just because it's painted, probably. Eh, eh. I'd like to put more of it together, but we still got to do some clear coat and panel line, and then we can assemble. Well, technically, clear coat again, and then we can assemble, and then we can Avengers assemble. Oh, oh, oh! There we go. Yeah, I'm not too sure about my two different whites I picked, but it is what it is. We'll see how they come out. I need to put this back on a stick before I forget. And we're going to have to wrap it up. Oh, we got to finish cleaning this out, though. Wrap her up. Before we pack it up. When you stream, is it still just kind of all over the place? I didn't know if you're getting more of a schedule or not. Yeah, on like the times and stuff. No schedule? Okay. I've been uh popping in and saying hi to Epo more often lately because I see him streaming while I'm at work. Oh, you got more free time now? That's always nice. Always like hanging out on an Epo stream. One of these days I'll actually clean inside that cap. Most of that good there. Whoa. Let's. Whoa, that unscrewed at the wrong spot. Oh no. Come off there. There we go. And I have to. I need my actual wrench, but let's see what we can do with this. Let's get it a little bit tighter so it won't go. Oh, that's actually looking pretty clean. Kind of surprised. I left it a little gunked up last time, and it was worse than I thought it was. Anyway, I thought it was mostly clean, but it was not even close. It's much better that time. You do it. I'm getting out of here right now anyway. Have a good night. We're going to go over to here and going to sign off and say we'll be back tomorrow for our race. League racing. I'm trying to remember where we're at. Was it Schneiderton? VIR? Zolder. We'll be at Zolder tomorrow, racing the Miatas. So, yeah. We'll see you then. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the chatting. And maybe we can finish these legs next week. Peace.